Okay. So, good morning. Good morning, all of you. Okay, yesterday we have start in our yesterday's video. We have start that unit 10. So, yesterday we have learned about characteristics of Nepal's economy. So, today we are going to study macroeconomics indicator of federal state or 7 provinces of Nepal. Macroeconomics indicator of federal state and 7 provinces of Nepal. Okay. That these macroeconomic indicators. These macroeconomic indicators are the data or the statistics which show the economic performance of any sector, any region, any area of the nations. Or these macroeconomic indicators are the data and statistics which shows the economic performance of the country. Not only economic performance of the country, it also shows the what? Economic performance of international market. So it is very important that every country they have to go through its macroeconomic indicators, because this macroeconomic indicators will give them data, statistics of their what? Economic performance. So under these macroeconomic indicators we learn some sub points. They are like this. Number 1, gross domestic products. Number 2, gross national product. Number 3, per capita incomes. Number 4, rate of inflations. Number 5, trade balance. Okay, now our first is what? Gross domestic product. Gross domestic product. Okay, now I am going to explain from the book. GDP and its growth rate are very important macroeconomic indicators to evaluate performance of the economy. The size of GDP in Nepal is very low compared to the neighboring countries like India and China. In the fiscal year 2015 and 2016, Nepal GDP at basic price was rupees 199.360 billion, which increased to rupees 3208.59 billion in the fiscal year 2019 and 20. In the fiscal year 2015 and 16, GDP growth rate was 0.77% and it has increased to 6.75% in the fiscal year 2018 and 19. In the fiscal year 2019 and 20, the estimated growth rate of Nepal's economy is 2.27% due to the economic crisis created from COVID-19. The average growth rate of GDP for the past 10 years is around 4%. Now it is said that to find out the economic growth rate of any country, it is very important that we have to see the GDP, and GDP help us to know the economic condition of the nations. And it is said that in compared to our neighboring country, India and China, Nepal GDP is very less. Nepal GDP is very what? Less. It's given that data on your books, you can see there. So it was in 2015 and 16 only 1933.560 billion, but after that in 2019 and 20 it has increased to 3208.59 billion. So like this advance, previously advance, economic growth rate was also very less. It was 0.77%. Slowly advanced. After some years, it got increased to 6.75%. And it is said, it is estimated that the average economic growth rate of our country of 10 years, it is around how many percentage? Only 4%, which is very less in compared to our countries, neighboring countries. Now, gross national product, GNP. Well, GNP is also an important macroeconomic indicator. It helps to evaluate economic performance of the country. The size of Nepal's GNP is also very low compared to our neighboring countries, India and China. In the fiscal year 2015 and 16, Nepal GNP was rupees 2293 billion which increased to rupees 3810 billion in the fiscal year 2019 and 20. Now it is said that just like that GDP, GNP is also one of the important macroeconomic indicators, because GNP also helps to know the economic performance of the country. And just as GDP, GNP also is very less in compared to our country, neighboring country. Now if you see the GNP of Nepal in compared to neighboring country, it is very less. And it's given some data. So GNP of Nepal for the fiscal 2015 and 16 was only rupees 2293 billion, but it got increased to rupees 3810 billion in the fiscal year 2019 and 20, but in compared to other neighboring countries very less. Okay, now per capita incomes. Per capita income is also known as the per capita GNI. The per capita income of Nepal is very low compared to the many developing countries of the world. In SAARC, it comes second from the below, that is above Afghanistan. In other words, in the SAARC, Nepal's position is second last. In the fiscal 2018 and 19, Nepal per capita income was $1051, which is estimated to be increased to rupees 1097 in the fiscal 2019 and 20. Now, it is said that per capita income is also one of the important macroeconomic indicators to see the economic performance of the country. Now, it is said that per capita income of our Nepal, even in compared to other developing countries, is very less. Now, if you compare with the SAARC countries also, it comes in the second last positions. It comes in the what? Second last positions. Second last positions, not second last, second last positions. It has only one Afghanistan. So, is very less. And it is estimated that in the fiscal year 2018 and 19, it was only almost $1051, and in 2019 and 20, it has increased only very less, that is almost 1097, so which is very less in compared to other developed countries. That's why many people in Nepal, they are under poverty line. That's why there is mass poverty in Nepal. Okay, now rate of inflations. The rate of rise in the price level is called inflation. It is also regarded as important indicator of macroeconomic stability. Inflationary fluctuation adversely affects saving, investment, and economic growth. Therefore, price stability is for condition for achieving higher and stable economic growth. Nepal inflation rate for past 10 years has averaged 8.4%. In the fiscal year 2015 and 16, rate of inflation was 9.5%. This is very high as compared to other years. It was due to devastating earthquake and unannounced Indian economic blockade. But in the fiscal year 2018 and 19, it decreased to 4.2%. Again, in the fiscal year 2019 and 20, it is estimated to increase to 4.6%. Now, it said that rate of inflation means is increase in the price level. So, the rate of inflation is also very high in Nepal in compared to other countries, because after every year, general price level has got increased. So, due to which happens, there is decrease in the value of money, or there is high pressure for the purchaser, and it is given your data that past 10 years the average inflation rate is almost 8.4%, which is very high in compared to other countries. In compared to other countries, if you see the average inflation rate of 10 years, it is 8.4%, which is very high in compared to other countries. Now, trade balance. Okay, trade balance is the difference between the value of the country's export and import of visible items for a given period. If the value of export of goods exceeds the value of import, the trade balance is called surplus, whereas if import exceeds export trade balance called deficit. Okay, the table 10.2 shows the trade balance of Nepal for the last 5 years. It shows that trade deficit of Nepal as percent of GDP is 38.2% in the fiscal year 2018 and 19. Now it is said that when we talk about trade balance means talking about what? The difference between what? Export and import of the country. Now it is said that when countries export excess import, that is called surplus trade, which is very good for the nation, which is very good for the country. But when the countries import excess export, that is called defect trade, which is very dangerous for the nations. And if you see Nepal, situation of Nepal, it is said that every year, the trade deficit of Nepal is increasing day by day. Every year, what means import of Nepal is increasing day by day, which is very dangerous for the nations. Due to increment in this import, due to increment in this trade deficit, a lot of money of Nepal goes to other nations, which makes the country poorer and poorer day by day, which affects the other sector of the country, which affects the economic growth of the country. So Nepal has a lot of trade deficit in compared to other countries. Okay, so this was for today. So all the points that I have explained is given in your book, so you can see from the books and you can understand it from there also. Okay, thank you all of you.